This is The Wire for 2300 Zulu, December 16th, 2025. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 2200. Bottom line up front. Stabbing attack strikes Moscow school. Turkey downs unidentified drone over Black Sea. American forces continue staging in the Caribbean. White House expands immigration visa restrictions. Beginning with international events, in Russia this morning a mass stabbing was reported at the Gorky 2 school just outside Moscow. The suspect has been identified as a 15-year-old by the name of Timofey K., full last name unknown. One student was killed during the attack and many others wounded. In Turkey yesterday, Turkish Defense Forces shot down an unidentified drone that was on a course to violate their airspace. F-16s were scrambled to intercept the drone over the Black Sea, and the decision was made to down the drone before it entered Turkish airspace so that the debris would land in the sea and not injure anyone on the ground. Analysts comment. Turkey has not commented on which nation the drone was from, however, the most likely culprit is probably Russia, as reports of rogue drones flying off course have been common lately. It's certainly possible that it was an errant Ukrainian drone, however, Russia is really the one who is famous for industrializing the use of long-range drones during the war. In the Caribbean, strikes have continued as American force posturing remains elevated throughout the region. Observers have noted the presence of 10 KC-135 tanker aircraft forward deployed to the Dominican Republic, adding to the growing list of forces being staged in the region. Analysts comment. This afternoon, President Trump announced on social media the formal implementation of a total blockade of sanctioned oil tankers within Venezuelan waters. This is a major escalation that will very likely result in the situation becoming more tense over the next few days. On the home front, in Massachusetts, this afternoon a suspicious death was reported in the home of a high-ranking MIT professor. Nuno Loureiro, the director of the Plasma Science and Fusion Center at MIT, was found dead in his home in Brookline. He was found deceased with several gunshot wounds being the preliminary cause of death. Analysts comment. Due to the Brown University shooting, it's likely that increased scrutiny will be placed on crimes that occur at universities or within the sphere of higher education in general. So far, not enough information is known on this murder case to discern what happened here. This could be a more routine murder, or it could be something else entirely. There's no way to know at the moment. In Washington, D.C., this afternoon, the White House announced a revision to the previously implemented travel restrictions from high-risk nations. The update now includes a total travel ban on Palestinians entering the U.S., along with adding partial restrictions to most of the continent of Africa. Laos and Sierra Leone have also moved up from partial restrictions to full restrictions. Analyst comments for this wire. Mass stabbing attacks are rare in Russia, and this one was very disturbing even by Western standards. The attacker recorded the attack by mounting his phone to his helmet and took selfies with the victims after he stabbed them. Regarding motive for the attack, so far this looks like a classic 76409A situation. Going by the textbook, the U.S. might classify this individual under the new category of terrorist, the NVE or Nihilistic Violent Extremist label. This is a comparatively new class of terrorist which often displays strange and contradictory ideology. In this case, the main clue that this was a 76409A style attack is the firearm that was recovered from the suspect's home after the attack. Phrases written in white paint pen on an all-black weapon are the calling card of both the 764 network and the Order of Nine Angles. Both of these groups are infamous for taking pride in encouraging children to carry out attacks just like this, and the hallmarks between these attack styles are incredibly uncanny. Also of note, this attack was preventable as the assailant sent his manifesto to fellow students before he conducted the stabbing attack. This concludes The Wire for 2300 Zulu, December 16th, 2025.